is working in the way that I would like it to now. So, hello humans, how are you? It's me, Sohi, Tiny Kitten Human. And today I am going to be working on upgrading some of the parts to my current PC. To move the computer that I'm using to on this so that when I'm looking up at what I'm doing, it can match. Only issue is, right, I'm gonna put it back where it was and watch myself using my iPad. This is my dad's computer that I'm borrowing while I do this. And this has flipped itself upside down. There we go. My cats might come by and say hello once in a while. And that's Swiss. Not entirely sure. Okay, so am I now live streaming? Excuse me. Just please bear with me while I troubleshoot and figure out how to get this to even work in the first place. Please bear with me while I figure out how to make this work. Am I live right now? I'm trying to be. And I kind of want to know how I sound. Which would actually require me to get a certain headphone set up. But I think I'm fine with it for now. Hi, baby. That was working a second ago. What's going on? There we go. Okay. Right, and now with these headphones, although it's delayed, I will be able to determine the quality of the audio. Okay. The delay is a little disorienting. But anyway, hopefully people will jump on. I don't need to listen to myself speaking because it's throwing me off. But I do know that the quality of the audio is fairly good. So, I will start again. Hello humans, how are you? It's me, Sohi, the tiny kitten. And today, or tonight, I'm going to be upgrading my desktop PC after I clean it up from dust and stuff. I'm going to upgrade the components. At the moment, I have an Arsenal Gaming Tomahawk Max motherboard, although that motherboard is kind of a bit older or outdated from a previous generation. Let's see how much of this can show if I so this way. But let's see what can be seen. There we go. So as you can see, it's got this old type of port for your mouse and your keyboard. I'm gonna pull out my 2.4 gigahertz Naga Pro mouse thing. And my cats really want to be fed, so I'm going to turn this to show the new stuff. That's some of the stuff I already have, but some of the new stuff that I bought for Christmas and such. And I'm going to step away, but I'm going to bring my camera with me so that I can feed the cats. So also, I guess I'm trying to do a bit of a... It's like where I live. Kitty kitties! My cat Swiss has, Kitty, kitty. Say hi, Susu. Galadriel. Galadriel, time for nose. Telling Galadriel it's time to eat. Galadriel, please. Galadriel. It's okay, I'm just going to turn off. Dinner time. Oh, this is a painting that I did with me and my brother when we were younger. I think it's pretty neat. It's just my shelf of nerdy fun things, games and stuff. This is our wall of art. I did the one with just the black cat, the one underneath it with I did also. This one was also the one I did it on the day when my hands were shaking. This one I also did. I did the white and orange cat, that's Galadriel. And my dad did a beautiful, stunning, amazingly realistic painting of me and this amazing painting of Swiss. Some chalk and charcoal drawing. I did. My younger brother, Constantine, drew that like in 5 minutes. He's extremely skilled and talented. And I also did this one, just because I noticed at one point that it was kind of fun that my cat, sorry, I moved around a bit too much and my heart condition's a little mad at me, but anyway, that my cat, Susuwatari, that I could see a reflection of myself in his eye. And here's something else that I did that's mountain range, and then dragon, and this one actually glows in the dark. It's a watercolor, but I made it a lot harder on myself because background part is glow in the dark, and so it was an acrylic plasticky paint, so it was hard to do watercolor over it, but I managed it. The eyes in particular show pretty cool. Okay, stop. I need to got it adjust slightly. And I'm now blocking the thing, but anyway, so getting this camera to kind of work with me and cooperate as I go is proved to be a bit of a challenge as we go, but at least we have two cameras. So back. And right, so like I was saying, what I have, the motherboard that I have in here is a Tomahawk Mac, works with Arsenal Gaming, and I think it was like a Max 2 or something. But it's a fairly old one, and it needs an update type. It needs software update program in order to run even with my AMD Ryzen for that is compatible with the DDR4 stuff. And so I wanted to upgrade my motherboard, and I wanted to, which required, and I wanted to upgrade my RAM, which required upgrading pretty much everything. So first, I'm going to be pulling things out and cleaning stuff. And personally, I'm not that big a fan of the color pink, but this was a gift from my grandmother, and it's fantastic. It's for working on like cars and stuff, which when I had my own truck, I really like to work on it myself. But what something that can do is that it's magnetic. So it can figure out where I want to place this. But because it's magnetic, it can illuminate things really well. Which is going to be necessary while I work on updating these things. So just for a second, this camera's going to go away, but it'll come back. Do you not like that port? Okay. Put you back and hope it doesn't. Let's see if just swapping back and forth. There we go. And I'm curious if I can actually get it to work on the other USB port. If I do that trick again. Yep, okay, that worked. So now I have a little bit more cord usability with the USB camera. you can see, things are pretty dusty in here in spite of my best efforts to keep everything clean. But I guess I will probably take care of tidying all that up another time. For now, I'm going to start working on dismantling this thing and taking things apart very carefully. Mind you, when it comes to most motherboards, fortunately, okay, we're good. Fortunately, everything is fairly labeled, so that is helpful there. But just to begin, I'm going to start. Oh, can't see what I'm. What happens if I? That doesn't really work. No, well, I'll show you what I was doing. Trying this. Doesn't really seem to be the best bet. How about to the skirt? Yeah, no, we're gonna have to figure this out. Okay, this thing doesn't really have an auto zoom feature. So anyway, sorry I'm so slow and inefficient at this. And adjust the camera. Oh, this I don't really see a lot of people watch it. Oh. Anyway, but this is the CPU cooler that I have. It's the Enermax, Liquimax 3. It does apparently have RGB components. I just haven't exactly figured out how to use it. But it's not actually able to be purchased anymore, this particular one. But I like it. It did amazing at keeping my CPU cool when I upgraded last time. And so just showing you what that is. And I'm going to use it to see if it can function as a little place to is where to put the for the webcam camera. Okay. I'm going to start working on the process of removing the different components on the motherboard. What if I put this up or down? There, it's on top of the computer itself that I'm working on. Anyway. That's fine. It just, light's coming from the opposite direction, but that's live streaming is hard, man. So I'm going to start moving things from the motherboard, like my old gel RGB RAM. Are you able to see? Like, this is supposed to be. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Brett Flores. These don't necessarily have to be removed from the motherboard in terms of the fact that I'm replacing the motherboard, but what removing them allows me to do is have a better view of what I'm working on and start removing. And so if you look here, you can see that because it's a DDL4, where that slot goes is different than what it will be in the DDL5. DDR, not DDL. My bad. It's slightly embarrassing, but not the end of the world. And as you can see, this is the Equimax. I'm going to pull out my screwdrivers. And my screwdrivers have this fun sticker because I am on the autism spectrum. It says, "Cure ableism, not autism." See that? I got these from my grandma. And it's a fun set. Let's see, regular screwdriver head. They're magnetic. And then I need to use my extender sander. Or it's already loose enough. We don't, except what I'm currently doing here is I'm working on the process of, I will soon remove my GPU, which whenever you're dealing with your GPU, it's always really important to make sure that it's not connected to power when you're putting adding it or removing it. Right now, my PC is not connected to power. Once I pose this so the webcam camera can reach. As you can see, this is the power supply unit. It's not plugged into anything. It's also on the off setting. But when you are going to be working with your graphics card or anything on your computer, really, it's always best that it's powered off while when you're working with it. So these are the cables from the power supply unit. And this is the system that allows for the connection of LEDs and various additional fans to the computer, which are these fans that I have here, as well as these fans that I have here. And those fans, which I bought 2 boxes of, come in groups of 3. This is what they are. And they also come with the fun LED strips that are magnetic. Anyway, so I have disconnected the power cable to my graphics card. And I am currently removing the screws connected that keep it firmly attached to my case, my computer case. Where'd that screw go? Is it still connected? No? I'll find it in a second. And so then now, when you're removing or disconnecting your motherboard, which is going to be this here, make sure that you have your pushing on this here, which unlocks it from staying in place. Move the camera so that you can't exactly see it, but I showed you, I believe, what I was doing there. And then disconnecting it. Now I'm looking at my graphics card. It's actually looking pretty clean there. There's that screw. Not that dusty, which is nice. It's dusty in some parts. And I'm going to put that aside. If you're curious what my graphics card is, let me get down this way. I got it a couple years ago, Black Friday on eBay. Not eBay. Sorry, Black Friday at Best Buy. And it's the XFX AMD Ryzen RX 6700 XT. You can take a look at this if you want. Seems pretty good to me. I like it. It's nice and big. It's got the 3 fans. And but it's the Quick 319. So, better. Now that that's removed, you can see in the case that there's a lot more room here. And I have got a Wi-Fi card and Bluetooth card because and that's what this is here. If you can see if you look through that's what those little antenna thing are. But because my B450 Tomahawk Max 2 didn't come with that Wi-Fi or Bluetooth available. I know my hand's in the way, but I'm just removing a screw. And I'm gathering all of these screws and returning them to the box that my case came with. It's a Mantex case. It's actually the wrong screw for that one. Or rather, there's two screws on, so. And now I can actually put this in here. I attempt to point it at what I'm trying to point it at. Okay, what can I see? I don't want to look at it. Okay. I don't really want that one to come out, but I can clean it. I used to have a Corsair wireless gaming keyboard, but I'm not a fan of that anymore. And now I'm moving on to the shadow, like power. Now I am moving on to moving this Wi-Fi bit, and as you can see, I want to make sure that I'm turning this instead of the locking in open, just to make sure the clips are fine. Yeah, just on these. It can also be like unscrewed, but it's not really necessary right now. Anyway, if you get that out of the way, that part there is where that connected to. So now this is fully disconnected. I'm actually going to grab this camera again and consider. Trying to take it out and it doesn't want to cooperate. Maybe it only. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. Well, I've moved the camera out directly into the computer so that you can actually see me, although the focus isn't all that great. I'm going to continue removing cords. I'm probably going to try to remove the CPU and the liquid cooler last. So now I'm going to disconnect the main power cord. I find personally that because everything is so well labeled, so I might need two hands to do this. So there we go. And so each of these fans will have the fans here will have a fan cord. And as you can see, it's like really clearly labeled. Here, I'll turn it so you can see it. System fan 3, fan 1, system fan 4, and even down here too. It's really hard to see, but like RGB 1, system CDMI. And so all of these different parts that I'm going to be filling in. J audio, and then power supply south, and that's going to give, and the motherboard packet will give you the information on how that all should go in. See? And I am going to dust everything down inside the case. So, you've been maybe able to see anything. And again, it's really important that you have the power off when you do anything with your main SSD. Because disconnecting it improperly will corrupt it. I'm going to place aside the SSD with its little screw over here. Okay, now I'm going to start removing the fan that goes with the okay, so I'm going to start working on removing the CPU, but it also requires that I go around to the back of the PC and open up the back section. So I will bring you to do that. Is this the most educational, entertaining, well-paced, well-made stream of this topic ever? By absolutely no means whatsoever. But hey, I'm just here to have some fun with it. So, in order to get access to this back area, oops, I need to remove this back panel, and so to do so, unscrew these here. And you can get them started with the screwdriver just to get them loose, and then they're designed so that you can then do them with your hands. So then this comes back, and then you remove it. Put the back panel side here, and flashlight, so you can see what's going on here. And so yeah, this is how things are set in the back, and this mess of cords and stuff, and these don't quite fit stacked on top of each other. But yeah, those are my two, whatchamacallit, they're my two, oh, I was trying to show you holding the flashlight, but these are my two HDDs, external hard drives. Now that I've taken a look at this, I'm going to loop back around to the other side. And balance honest. So this is facing the wrong way. There we go. But it looks in like in here now. And so I can readjust all my thingies. There we go. Anyway, so also do that. Okay. Right, so now I'm working on removing the CPU core. Grab my cool screwdriver friend. And I am going to loosen it. You're going to be doing things upside down, and maybe not. gonna do my best to show you what I'm doing while I'm doing this, but it's a bit of a challenge because of things potentially being in the way. Or first, if I turn this. Much better, but now let's see if I can handle now let's see if I can handle working around it. So on the back side of what you're working on is a plate in how my case is set up. And so actually it's fine because first I need to remove the screws with the springs. Here, will just be now that's your four female screws pulled out, and then let's take a look. There we go, just being careful, and that's the thermal paste that I guess has attached on there pretty hard, huh? I will have to deal with that in a bit. But in any case, now I need to grab another tool, it seems, to finish removing the back plate part. I can just for a bit continue to disconnect things. CPU power, it seems. I'm going to remove the. You can't see me right now, but I'm moving fan, the pump. Mhm. There we go. That's the left one. And now this is attached. And I'm gonna have to figure out this problem. Hmm. That? Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. That's really freaking stuck. So, I'm gonna Google that. Hmm. Seems that the CPU paste was really cemented. Apparently, you can try something with dental floss. So you can get it between. I'll be right back with dental floss. But I don't know. Seems kind of unlikely to work. gonna go grab some 99% isopropyl alcohol. I'm back with some 99% isopropyl alcohol and a syringe. Be aware this stuff is caustic also to like your skin, so it's really strong and well, shake flammable. I'm gonna but 99% isopropyl alcohol really shouldn't. It doesn't harm electronics, at least not supposed to. So well, that seems to be working. It's coming off now. Still on there pretty hard though. I do actually have some needles, but let's see how this goes. Is helping now. Okay, so it's not getting bitter. I'm going to go get a needle. I'm back with some needles. Sorry I was gone for so long. Is anyone even still watching? I don't know. Okay, fair. Keep watching. Thank you for your patience. I'm back. 99% isopropyl alcohol. Be very careful with your needles, as they're sharp, so make sure to practice safety with your needles. Okay, here is my needle. I'm gonna turn the light this way so that you might be able to see how I'm doing a little bit better. But let me just see if I can get that to fit under it all. Very, very gently. Needle. So yeah. So needles. Not usable for even non-medical things again. Never reuse needles. I sometimes, for non-medical purposes, I'm, say, working on refilling some of my ink pens, I'll use needles for that kind of ink refilling for pens. And when I'm using them with that, I don't think there's too much of an issue with the reusing the needles, as long as you're very careful that you don't hit them in you at all. There, now it came off. Cool. Yay! Success! Yeah, and I realized I forgot that I'm gonna do, I guess, this one live stream as taking everything apart, and then, because I need to find out if there's any thermal paste left, because I don't believe thermal paste comes with the, yeah, it's pretty light. So for this portion of the live stream, I'm just going to basically take things apart and then consider process of things back together maybe in another stream. I'm cleaning off the thermal paste now. Some Q-tips and isopropyl alcohol. So it wasn't actually really that it was cemented, I realized. It was just that it created a vacuum seal somehow. why my RGB never worked before. I hadn't plugged it in. Did you see there's a little thing there? And this protective rubber was in it. And so I was wondering why it never lit up on my PC. It's because what's that? Anyway, I'm gonna put this over here. I have thermal paste on my hands. It wants to stay on. I'll wash it off later. Anyway, so I really prefer not to put it pronged down, but with the thermal paste, okay, back to facing the inside of this. And yeah, I need to move that. I need to dispose. I also need to dispose of this in a sharps container. We use the baggie for that because my dad takes some meds that are infected. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab it. So why don't you come find me over here? My kitty cat. This is so. Anyway. Maybe not the best angle, but hey, it works. And right. Let's see. Annoying part of the fact that it came is that I didn't get to do that when anyway. Hmm. Well, if I only remembered how to. Yeah. Right. So I'm actually going to disconnect the motherboard from the computer. Or not the computer. Disconnect the motherboard from the case. Now that it's completely not connected with any of the stuff. Actually, a large screwdriver for this one because it's just smaller and it's cumbersome. able to do a backflip, I'm afraid. Although that comment might have been from quite a while ago, but I am unable to do a backflip. Huh? Okay, so what's this high? Hi, Swissy Poo, what's up? I keep forgetting. I want a feather duster. They can get up into the little crevices and stuff. Okay, sure, we're good. Don't think that's screwed in anywhere there. I believe. Right, there are still some in the. Any more I'm missing? It's the. Well, that is attached to the motherboard only. Ah, I see. Did that? I'm gonna look. Look at it somehow. Hey, baby. No, I don't. Really see any. Sorry, it's hard to see what I'm trying to do right now. But I'm trying to remove the motherboard. Do I need to remove this screw? Oh, I see. I just missed a screw. This one right here. That screw. There we go. Done. That's removed. Removed. Now I do need to get that off because it goes with this panel. It's going to be different on the thing. And figure out how to get, I need to remove those screws unless I'm going to leave those screws for now and wonder if perhaps that's just part of the whole deal with, the, comes like that kind of thing. So I'm going to set this aside. Turn that off for now, and frankly, shift to kind of wipe this down a bit for some rust. And hydrate myself. Okay, so now I think I'm going to shift around towards the next step, which will be adding the new opening some of the new stuff and figuring out how and where everything goes and such. And so and then I'll need to record on it can be a bit annoying. Reconnect everything. So I guess the first thing I'm going to need to open to take a look at to figure out that one thing is the new B850E Wi-Fi tough gaming motherboard. It's got a similar Bluetooth Wi-Fi specs possibly to my Wi-Fi 6E LAN card 5400 MPS. I'm not sure, but this is I needed to add one, but that saves me a slot, actually. Because this one, fortunately, is a smaller model, so it has less. Could have gone and grabbed a knife or something. But, I think, that would have made me carry it again. So, opening this here, this part seems to be some components. Eh, those parts aren't metal. Some stuff here. This is where you plug in your electronic computer. Compared to the actual motherboard. Yeah, this one has 3 spots instead of 1, 2, 3, select 3. 1, 2. You can't see what I'm looking at, but here's the new one. I believe it is smaller. No, it's the same size. Okay. I'm holding them not the same way. So I guess this, what's on here is this protection plate, which is neat. Interesting. I'm not going to worry about that for the time being. Because I, in large part, took some of that off so that I could figure out if a certain part needed to be removed, but I think that it does. Essentially fixing this. Screws, cables, stickers, and then our wonderful instruction manual. In any case, I'm going to put this back in here, not necessarily fully all the way with protection, because I am going to assemble this very shortly. Way. And well, now as I've finished basically disassembling it, I'm going to stop this stream for now and then get things set up for putting stuff back together, and that'll be a separate stream. So thank you for watching. Many blessings. Have a beautiful day, evening, and I will see you shortly. Maybe in an hour now. Take care. Thanks for watching.